Hello Bard haters, and welcome to another fine We Hate Bards Let's Play. I'm Ben, and this is more Fallout 4 Psychopath run. Last time, we killed some stuff, which was fun. Most notably those Mr. Handies near the end, which apparently someone was telling me I'm a monster for killing them. But like I said, they kind of had it coming. I went to a lot of hard work getting those mute fruit. I had to go and I had to kill those raiders, and it put me in, in harm's way and in a lot of peril. And yes, I was going to kill them anyway, so it didn't really put me out too much, but still, I'd like some decent compensation for my services. So, I'm not a monster, they totally deserved it, and screw all of you who say otherwise. But anyway, today we are going to go and we're going to work on killing some more raiders, and I think the eventual plan for today is going to involve the Minutemen a bit more. You'll also notice that I'm using a new weapon. I acquired it last part and did a bit of upgrading with it. And that is my new sniper rifle, which, unfortunately for the time being, does not actually have on it the suppressor like what I want. So I might see if there's anyone who has the mod for sale. Because, most importantly, of all on a sniper rifle, you'd really like it to be suppressed. Because otherwise, you get like one shot off before everyone in the world knows where you are, and then they all start shooting at you, and it's freaking chaos. But for right now, I'm mostly using it because my 10mm pistol is out of ammo. Most of it went into the freaking Robids last time. And so now I'm a little bit at a hard place. I have a couple backup weapons I can use in case I get too close. I obviously have my melee weapon. That's been working quite well. And then I'm planning to actually get a little bit more powerful the next time I level up. Basically, I am planning to put at least 1 point into the melee weapon upgrades. Just so I can do a bit of extra damage. And if I can, I'd like to be one-shotting things with sneak attacks with a melee weapon. So hopefully a little bit of extra points in the melee weapon perk. I think the swing for the fence, whatever that thing is, the dude with the baseball bat. If I can get a point in that, that should give me a decent enough power to be able to kill things. Also, have I explored that place over there yet? Because I remember what it is. And I remember it gave me a lot of trouble in my survival mode run, and I kind of want to get some revenge here real quick. Well, I can see moving things, so that already means I'm going to have to do some work here. There's one down. They're going to send their attack dog at me, which I can't imagine is going to work great. Come on. Ha ha ha! Oh, look, a dude in power armor. I'm sure he'll be really useful to you. Wow, that did not do a lot of damage to him. Uh-oh. Crap. Okay, so that is one dead tap dog. Now, where the hell are the other bad people? Uh-oh. There we go. Yeah, I don't even have enough space in my inventory right now, or enough carry capacity that I can carry any of that stuff with me. But that's fine, as long as I can kill these guys, that's really all I care about. Now, the important question is, where the heck did everyone else go? Because I know there's at least 2 other people here, because I saw them earlier. Uh-oh. Haha, I see you. I see you. Can I hit you through there? Good news, that is not an invisible wall. You can shoot through it. Huh, this must be the guy I killed. Let's just take his stuff, shall we? Ooh, a trunk with all sorts of stuff in there. Some 308 rounds to replace the ones I used. Frag grenades, frag mines, glow-sighted hunting rifle. You know, I'm going to be honest. I was actually hoping to acquire a bit more 10mm ammo from this area, given that this is like the 3rd ammo box I've run into, and it's all been shotgun shells and 45 rounds. Now, I'm making a command decision here. The place I need to go is right down there and in that little shop. Diamond City is right over there. And normally I wouldn't go into a place without the intent to completely clear it out and kill everybody in it. Given, however, that I'm at 249 out of 250 carry weight, and that I could really use some more ammo and a bunch of other things, I figure I'm going to give Diamond City a temporary reprieve while I go ahead and get restocked on stuff that I need. Uh-oh. Super mutant. Wow, these guys are surprisingly weak. Shit, there's more of them. I'm really liking the sniper rifle. What in the heck is this? Recoil compensated armor-piercing automatic pipe rifle. Wait a second. Is that an automatic pipe? I mean, it uses 38. Let's inspect that. Let's see. Piercing automatic pipe rifle. Uses 38 rounds, which I have a load of. Armor-piercing automatic receiver. Long ported barrel. Recoil compensating stock. Quick eject drum mag. Reflex sight and a bayonet. I might end up actually keeping this now that I look at it. So we've run into a rather unfortunate sight. A Diamond City security officer was unfortunately gunned down by evil super mutants who then left his body here on display, and it's a really tragic sight. But as history has taught us, sometimes the best benefits we get come from extreme tragedy. It's kind of like how 9/11 gave us our first black president, so we owe a lot to the terrorists for that. My point with saying all this is that it turns out that Mr. DC Guard had on him a lot of extra armor stuff that looks to be actually better than even the metal armor that I've been finding. I mean, the DC Guard heavy helmet isn't that great, unless we want like a crap ton of extra energy resist. So, in honor of Mr. DC Guard's security over there, I'm totally going to be wearing all the armor I took off of him. Which will mean, unfortunately, that I now look like this. So the interest of Diamond City is around here somewhere. I just can't figure out exactly where it would be. I just don't know how to find my way there at all. I mean, you'd think they'd signpost it better. Hey, there's a merchant just outside of the city. And you are unfortunately going to get a temporary reprieve as well, because if I try to kill you here, I'm going to get wrecked. Oh, so you're planning to sell my enemies as well. That's fine, you can go on the list too. So first things first, all of your 10mm rounds are mine now. One thing I am going to snag while I'm here, however, is the short combat shotgun. Because I do need a better shotgun than what I've got, and I think that'll work quite nicely. Okay, so managed to stock up on a few different things. My weights now should be down quite a bit. Yeah, we're at 146 out of 250. I also have a few new weapons I want to play with, or most specifically, one new weapon I want to play with. Although I might actually use that one as well, given that it appears to be an auto rifle. Yeah, and in fact it actually does as much damage as my submachine gun, but using ammo that is way more common. It also has a much higher range and better accuracy, and it weighs less. Jeez, why on earth would I keep the freaking submachine gun when I can use this? Well, we might as well get this whole thing out of the way. Hello, Mr. Mayor. I'm not going to talk to you right now.
You look like Diamond City material.
That's because I'm wearing a bunch of pads I stole from one of your Diamond City security guards. Or rather, borrowed from his not moving body. I'm sure he was just sleeping. Okay, so now that we've got the obligatory small talk out of the way, I feel like I can go in here and actually look around at some of the shops like what I originally intended to do. So, fun fact about Fallout 4, and indeed all the other Fallout games that have come before. There's a little trick you can do if you want to take stuff. So, for example, Economy Wonder Glue right here. That's worth 5 adhesive. Really like to have that, but it's considered stealing for me to take it. However, what is not considered stealing is if I go like this. I may be carrying it, but I'm not actually stealing it because it hasn't entered my inventory yet. So we're just going to carry it over here, you know, as part of a transition to a new store, and wait till nobody's looking. And now, my Economy Wonder Glue. 10mm rounds in an unguarded ammo box. How am I still detected? So, despite my best efforts, I wasn't able to steal any of the stuff in any of these duffel bags, despite the fact that no one's technically looking at me while I'm back here, and even if they were, there's a thing in the... Oh. Nuka-Cola Quantum. Can't steal it, but we're not stealing technically, we're just going to move it slightly. So now that I've managed to make my way to Diamond City, I've unlocked the shops that are there, so I will always have a place to sell to, at least until I decide to go on my inevitable killing spree and take out Diamond City as well. However, since I've managed to get rid of all that weight and acquire a couple new weapons, I figure now's probably as good a time as any to go ahead and do the other quests that I had gotten assigned earlier. Uh-oh. Right, so I may have underestimated the amount of raiders around here and what their power level was at. Hey, down it goes. The other thing I want to do is I want to test out this new pipe machine gun that I picked up. I mean, it seems quite effective so far. What the hell happened to her body? Like, it was right here 2 seconds ago. And where'd that guy go? Why are their bodies disappearing? Wow, and that other raider was talking about the disappearing act. She wasn't joking. Like, they literally did just disappear. The bodies aren't even there anymore. Now, where are you located? Haha. Machine gun turret. There we go. Biscuits! Oh, there's the other red thing. I was wondering where you went off to. A missile launcher! Oh, this is such a good thing! Oh, I'm so glad I looked in here. Now I have a new missile. I have a brand new missile launcher to use. Now, before I go in, it occurs to me that while I was in Diamond City, or rather, while I was in that last gunfight outside of Diamond City, I managed to level up, and then I didn't pick a perk for it. So let's go ahead and do that now, shall we? So Rifleman is a perk I'm actually going to need, and part of me is, in fact, tempted to take that right now. But I mentioned that I wanted to get at least a little bit of extra melee damage, so I'm going to go with that first. And if we now check our baseball bat, we do 48 damage as opposed to 40. So if I manage to sneak attack things, it means that I will be doing a bit more damage to them. So here we are on Backstreet Apparel. And if I remember this from some of my other playthroughs, this place is quite heavily trapped. And in fact, you can see a trap right there on the floor. But we have a really high perception, and I don't know if we need any mechanical expertise for it, but if we do, I have more than enough for it, and yeah, it should be quite easy to disarm them all. Can I do this? Is this actually going to work? Oh, screw it.
We then drag.
Oh, I forgot the turret. I forgot about the turret. Right, that could have gone better. So apparently I'm back to hidden now after a brief glimpse around the area and picking up a few things, including a stealth boy I found in the back room there. So that'll be useful for later. What this means, though, is that nobody's looking for me anymore, so I can go back to ninja mode. Because it is a well-known fact that ninjas actually used spiked baseball bats in order to perform all of their lethal kills. Sneaky, 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 sneaky. Bonk! Uh-oh. Bonk on you too. Nope. Bonk. Bonk. I said bonk, goddammit. Oh, look. An advanced lock safe. Well, if only we had the ability to pick that safe. Damn it. If only we had the ability to pick that safe without losing a fucking lockpick. So I know I pointed this out in my survival mode playthrough, but man, this seriously cracks me up. Like this just one little visual pun, or just gag, I guess, of a teddy bear with glasses sitting on a toilet with a newspaper in its hand. Bethesda, I really love you guys sometimes. Anyway, to complete this mission, we technically only need to kill the leader. Like, you can just kill, whatever her name is down there in that little room. You just kill her and then go straight back and, you know, mission successful, you win. But, given that I'm playing a mode that requires killing everything I can, we're not technically done with this area yet. Bop. You know, this stealth thing is actually working out a lot better than it normally does. So I think that was the last guy who's actually in here. Meaning that we can probably go back now. I'm just going to quick loot this place and see if there's anything else worth taking. Oh. Oh. Why can't it just be advanced?
No way.
Want thing. Want thing. And now that we've destroyed the raiders, we can come all the way back here to Oberlin Station Settlement and give a quick talking to this settler right here.
That's the best news ever.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. You see, now that the raiders have been dealt with and I've got my reward, I don't really have much other use for
The
you.
only way things will get...
Yes, stand together. Or rather, I stand over top of you and do this. You know, they took that surprisingly well. And as I've discovered earlier, since there's no longer any people here, that means the settlement becomes mine by default. And I think I still actually get to claim success from that because I took care of their issue. Preston, good news! We managed to get another settlement! Yep, and I get another 220 experience for clearing out those raiders. I mean, to be fair, he did just say go and help them deal with the problem. He didn't necessarily say they had to survive to the end of it. And now there's a ghoul problem we have to go and look into. And, wait a second.
Huh?
You're a person. You're a person I can sell things to.
Looking to trade? Rob me? Or just ask directions to Diamond City?
All of the above, actually. Okay. So now that I've taken what I need to off of you, again, just like everyone else, you are sort of worthless to me. Screw you, Brahmin! Screw you, Brahmin! So the game has apparently decided to start telling me about companions because apparently Trash Can Carla or someone hated that I went ahead and killed Trash Can Carla. Which I was sort of expecting, to be honest. Although, if we're being more fair, I don't see how a person can hate me if they're dead. Okay, so before I head out on my next little adventure quest, which is going to take place next part, and I'm basically going to end it off here for right now. Before I do that, I just want to keep you up to date on a couple things I did. And I cut it out, obviously, but I'll just kind of brief you. I went to the weapons and armor stations to craft a few things. Upgraded my submachine gun and things a little bit. I forgot to upgrade my shotgun, and then I ran out of screws, so I'm going to need to look for more screws and things as I go. And I don't remember exactly what it is that that gives you screws. So I'm going to have to be on the lookout for stuff like that. But secondly, I did a few other things. I looked into upgrading the laser rifle that I have. Because I didn't quite get a chance to upgrade the shotgun. I'm like, oh, I'll try to upgrade the laser rifle. Turns out all the good upgrades for that require science, which, not surprising, and I'll show you what I mean. It requires a high rank in like the science crafting thing, wherever it is. Where is science? It's going to be an intelligence perk, I believe. It's got to be. Because, yeah, intelligence, so science, hacker, scrapper. So I need 2 more ranks in intelligence to get this. That'll also allow me to get scrapper, which might be worth it, actually, looking at it. Sorry, I'm just going to look at this as well and see what level we have to be. 16, okay. So I'll get that eventually. But no, I was looking at this and I realized, like, I want science. I really do, because as I was looking over, like, some of the mods and stuff you can get to the laser rifle, all of which require, like, you know, science rank 1 at least, or science rank 2 for a lot of them, I was realizing that a laser rifle might even be better than a hunting rifle for the amount of damage it does. Because the damage on that thing was getting up there. And it uses fusion cells, which I have loads of because I don't use them for anything else. I believe it uses, like, where is it? Yeah, fusion cells. I have 139, which compared to this thing, I mean, that's, you know, not a ton more, but it still definitely would be helpful. And, like, the amount of damage it was doing, mind you, it's only like 30 right now because I took off, it had a scatter shot on it, which I'm not a big fan of because it turned it into a shotgun, basically. But if you give it a good stock, there's a particular, there's actually a sniper mod you can make for it if you get your science skill high enough. And you put that on there with a beam focuser. I was like calculating out exactly, and even without the perks in Rifleman that I was looking at getting later on, even without those, the mods I was looking at all stacking up would make it do about 80 or 90 points of damage, which as an energy weapon means it will also ignore armor, and that's absurd. That's way better than this thing. So I'm definitely going to look into I'm probably going to dump a couple points into intelligence here in the next level or two. I actually don't know how I'm gonna spec all this out because I really want the amazing, awesome things that I keep finding, and then I can't have them because they all require things that I don't have. But I did look into this as well. There's a couple things I'm probably going to change on this, because the armor-piercing automatic is good, but there's actually better automatic mods for it. I wasn't able to do anything with the combat shotgun, because I'd used all my screws on other projects, so that kind of sucked. And then I updated the submachine gun a little bit for if in case I want to use that, which I have quite a few 45 rounds now, so I might actually go ahead and do that. Finally, the other thing I did was I looked at upgrading my armor, and I was able to do that a little bit. I'm wearing the metal left legs now, so as you can see, my armor currently, with the metal legs and the DC guard armor, is almost at a 60, which is not bad. That's not a bad armor for early on in the game. I'm definitely going to want to buff that quite a bit. But it's making me realize now why I don't necessarily want to keep the DC guard armor, because I tried to upgrade this stuff, and it doesn't upgrade. Like, you cannot upgrade. It doesn't even come up as an option to upgrade this stuff. I could upgrade the umpire's pads. There's a couple things I could do with that. As you can see, I made them pocketed as well. I didn't make the metal... I wasn't able to upgrade the metal legs too much because a lot of the good upgrades required blacksmith, and some of them required other things like screws and whatnot that I just didn't have any of. But I was able to make all of these pocketed, which allowed me to carry... My carry weight's now at a 270, which I think is quite good for where I'm at in the game so far. 270, that's pretty fantastic. That'll give me quite a lot of carry capacity for all like the insanely heavy stuff I'm going to be using. And so I'm perfectly okay with that. But I will also, next time, I'm going to try and actually make these shadowed as well, and maybe rather than pocketed, I might look at like muffled if I can make them muffled, because that'll also help me with sneaking as well. Both shadowed and muffled will be really good mods to put on anything I wear, whether it be upper body, lower body, or what have you. So with all of those upgrades put in place, there's only one last thing I need to do this part, and that's talk to Mama Murphy. And this time, she's going to ask for mentats. And that'll give us a little bit more experience. Preston hates us for it, but who gives a fuck? Right. So her sight has helped me a little bit more, so that'll be something I'm sure will be useful for later, although not really. Let's be honest, I think what she's doing is absolute crap. But we've managed to get her a bit more doped up on chem, so that'll be fun. And next time we're going to go, like I said, and we're going to deal with the ghouls in that little quarry area. So that'll be fun, get a bit more experience, kill a bunch more ghouls, maybe clear out a few more of the tiny civilizations we run into. And from there we will work on where to go next. In the meantime, thanks as always for watching, guys. I was Ben, and this was more Fallout 4 Psychopath Run. See you next time, everyone.